Alright, let's get this show on the road. Hold on a sec. Video capture's being a little cranky. Let me just make There we go. You walking like the Japanese Konami logo. So, let the intro play out. Keep waiting, and I can talk a bit about this game. So, Jikkyou Oshaberi Parodius is the fourth Parodius game, after one at the MSX and then 2 arcade games. This one was actually originally on the Super Famicom, which, considering its unique gimmick, is actually pretty surprising and impressive. But this version, Forever With Me, is an updated version that's on both Saturn and PS1. Now, those versions have differences, I might get to that too. But they're all 3 versions have some differences, though the Super Famicom one is obviously more different. And so Parodius it's what it sounds like, a parody of Gradius. Is take the tried and true gameplay of Gradius, add a bunch of very silly shit to it. You can see by this parody of Gundam 0079 intro. I don't know what they're saying, but I do know that that was a joke about the colony drop. Also, they literally said year 00. So yeah, it's not just going to be jokes about Gradius. There's going to be jokes about a lot of things. So in this game, a lot of the levels are like directly based on other Konami games, which is fun. By the way, I am playing this on an actual Saturn, because I like to do that. I love if a penguin has to invest on it.
Jikkyou powerful じゃなかった。Oshaberi Parodius.
That's a pretty good joke. Heard me start saying Jikkyou Powerful, which I believe Jikkyou Powerful Pro or something or other is what the Konami's the full title of Konami's like Power Pro Baseball series. So you'd have to start saying that, and I was like, wait, no. Or save medium. I believe that's on the RAM cartridge. There's a normal game or 2 Omake stages. We'll leave those for later. Excuse me a moment.
Menu dial.
So, before we start, I'm going to pop into the options so I can talk about a few things in this game. Well, options 1. There's 2 option menu. Like just about any Gradius game, you've got the usual systems. You shoot, you have a button to drop missiles, you have a... and when you collect power-ups that advance the icon on a little bar on the bottom, and press the power-up button to get that power-up. So, game level is difficulty. I've been playing on 4, it's default. Roulette is a funny little thing. So, by default, there's 3 options for roulette. There's on, off, and disp. Disp being short for display. What that means is, by default, it's on. So basically, the roulette is an item that appears that, rather than being like a regular power-up, it causes the selected item on the power-up bar to like start scrolling at high speed across, and then you press the power-up button to stop it where it is and get that power-up. That's scary because there's one item on the power-up bar that's just labeled O, and if you select that, you just lose all your power-ups because fuck you, it's Parodius. So the difference between on, off, and display. Off means there's no roulette items. Display means they show up and they look like the power-up items, but and Mega Crash items. Power-up items are red, and Mega Crash items, which clear the screen of weak enemies, are blue, and roulette items are purple. The thing is, like I mentioned, default is the on setting, and on means that their roulette items are also red and look exactly like the regular power-up items. Which is really fucking mean. So, personally, I keep it on display, because the thing about it is, roulette items are not random at all. Which enemies drop them is completely fixed. So you can memorize all of them if you want to play with on, but personally I play with display just to make life easier. Roulette items can come in handy too, because it's just one item and you can immediately get like an option or something. Slot to Y replaces the O setting with a slot machine with a number of useful effects, but also you can still get the lose all your items. I play this at off, it's too much to think about. I'll press that. Extra, I'll get to that later. Revival means you revive on the spot instead of checkpoints. That's illegal, don't do that. Hikari and Nage and Duet are all things related to two-player mode. I think these two are like special attacks. I don't know what the fuck this is. Music stereo, self-explanatory. And Oshaberi is this game's basically this game's unique feature. It's an announcer that talks during gameplay. Now I have it off because they speak Japanese and I don't understand it. And besides, I'll be talking over gameplay anyway. You don't need their voice, you have mine. But the thing about that feature is that, like I said, this game was originally on the Super Famicom, and it had that. So it's actually pretty impressive to have like a bunch of voice clips like that, and they sounded pretty good for a Super Famicom game. I didn't actually set. Okay, everything's set the way. There's some stuff in options too that doesn't matter a ton, but we can poke it anyway. Yeah, this lets you select to start on later loops. You can also just have infinite continues, and also see that bit at the bottom says you got 53 out of 70 fairies. There's a bunch of fairies hidden in the stages where if you collect them, you get like 8 extra points. But also, and it also keeps track of which ones you found. If you get all 70, I think you unlock something. I think particular in this version, you unlock another 70 fairies that appear in different locations. But then if you get all of those, you unlock something else. So you can also just unlock it with that thing with a cheat code. This game has some codes. Might even see one of them. So, onward to character selects. This game has a whopping 16 different ships, with all that are at least somewhat unique, though some are pretty similar to each other. We've got they more or less come in pairs because they previously used to be like player 1 and 2 variants that were identical, but now they play a little differently. So you've got your octopi, they're kind of the main characters of the Parodius series. There's been a few different ones as they're like descendants of the original or something. So we got Takohiko and Belial. Oh, then you got Gradius ships. You got the Vic Viper and the Lord British, the classics. You got Pentaro and Hanako, penguins. You got Upa and Ruda, who are babies. You've got my personal favorites, Soitsu and Doitsu, with these little stick figures flexing on top of a paper airplane. Worth noting that what Soitsu means is translates to roughly that guy, and Doitsu is just like, who? And these are like the follow-ups to Ai and Katsu, who were characters called like Aitsu and Kaitsu, who were in previous games and were red and blue variants of this stick figure. And those meant like literally this guy and that guy. Kaitsu and Soitsu both being like that guy, but with some different implications. I'm not getting into it. Got Mike and Ron, cats. We love cats. Got Twinbee and Winbee from Twinbee. And you've got Sue and Memim and the fairies. Anyway, who I like playing is Soitsu. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is it's just a general like solid loadout. But one thing that's useful about, if you see like the 5th slot on there says grade up, what that means is that a lot of characters will have options there. Most characters, in fact, have options there. The grade up characters are Soitsu, but not Doitsu, interestingly. Soitsu, Oopa, Ruda. Or is that just... No, it's Oopa and Rupa, excuse me. Oopa and Rupa, Mika and Ran. Those are the characters who grade up instead of option. And grade up just means, like, your shot gets better. You'll see it in action in a bit, as opposed to getting options. Basically, it's easier to use, but a little less flexible than the stuff you can do with options. And let me just take a quick sip of water and then start this party. Sorry about that. Alright. So, I'm gonna try and go for a 1 credit clear. If I don't, I might just credit feed to the end anyway to show it off, but I do want to try and... Because I got a 1 credit clear, like, last night, and I'm proud of that. I want to be able to do it again. Also, if I die on the first level, I'm just gonna reset, because fuck that. After that, I can try and recover. Recovery in this game is generally pretty nice if you're smart about it. Parodius syndrome is not too harsh in this one. That's kind of common with the Gradius that are, like, made for consoles first. Like, Gradius Gaiden's the same way. Also, this option is just, like, if you pick red, you, like, automatically power up. I just do manual. So this silly song, in these little flying sections in the beginning of the game, the game actually plays the theme song for whatever character you're playing. So this is Soitsu and Doitsu's theme. So this game has the bells from Twinbee that bounce when you shoot them. If you get them as yellow, they're points. If you get them as anything else, they have a number of other utilities. The blue ones I'm getting basically stock a bomb as a bell power. If you look at that square in the bottom middle of the screen, you can see. Yeah, there's grade up, and now my 3-way is up. Anyway. So one of the things about this game is, especially early on, it's very friendly with power-ups, so you can beef yourself up real fast in the beginning. Now this does raise the rank. The game does have dynamic difficulty, and you can tell the difference. That rank raises based on how, as far as I can tell, based on how long you're alive, and also, how powered up you are. It goes up faster if you have, Sometimes the fairies are annoying and start, like, just flying through walls and can't pick up. Because walls instantly kill you because it's Parodius. Anyway, I didn't mention it, but, so usually Parodius games for music go for either, like, just like remixes of stuff from other Konami games, or like arranges of public domain music, like classical music. For this stage, they picked something a little different. This song might sound a bit familiar. And so for like a while, I thought that this was like an incredibly funny bootleg, but someone pointed out to me recently that the game's box art actually has the Jazzrack logo on it. About the, which is the logo of, like, the Japanese recording artist industry. So it's likely they actually did license That's the Way I Like It for this game, just to make this first stage theme. Also, one thing is, you can't have both bell powers and, a shield equipped, so when I get a bell power, I'm gonna move away from that. Personally, I like having bombs. It's better than I like having the frontal shield. Was that enemy Colonel Sanders on a unicycle? Yeah, that happens. Down this disco ball. This is pretty simple. Oh, you just dodge it. There is like technically a safe spot near the chain, but it's a little too precise for me. I don't feel like going for it. But for here, I mostly can kind of sit through a lot of this because I'm powered up. I can just hold down the auto shot buttons. So there's an odd thing about bosses in this game. Unlike most shoot 'em ups, bosses in this game take one hit at a time and have like iframes in between, which common in things like platformers, but shoot 'em ups is fucking weird. Kind of keeps me from overpowering them, which, considering what you can do to some bosses in Gradius games, I sort of get it, but I think it's annoying. Still. First boss is not too big a challenge. Or flexing funny men. Also, minor funny thing is, usually when these bombs, which are the little parachuting guys, land on the floor, they'll run forward. But on that first stage, because it's a dance part, they'll just stop and dance. It's really funny. Anyway, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna input a code. And we'll see what this does in a minute. It's not gonna make the game any easier or anything, so I wouldn't call it cheating, but next level here is going to parody a very important Konami game. And that code changes something about it. And one minor peeve of the flying section in this game is that, like, the little blue circles that the flying moai shoot kind of blend into the background a bit. Also, yes, these moai are fucking flashes. This game doesn't have a ton of risque stuff, but every now and then it's something like that. They did make a Parodius game with a bunch of risque stuff. Often they called it Sexy Parodius for obvious reasons. Anyway, this level's a spoof of Tokimeki Memorial. And what I did was, normally this level plays a nice instrumental arrangement of the Tokimeki Memorial theme, but with this code, you get the vocal version, which I think is very nice, so that's why I played it. And there's the purple roulette item that I want to avoid. Because I don't need a new item right now, and if I get it, there's a chance of me landing on the oh, I do not want to get oh my god it right now. As you can see, when powered up, I can take care of a lot of this stuff, but I'm still quite close to dying at any given moment because I don't usually use this character's shield. And the bells always go in like a certain order, so that's so I can figure out when I'm going to get the blue ones that I want. Also, the reason I'm collecting power-ups, even though I as powered up as I need to be and not activating anything, is because the items just give you points. Welcome to the bathroom. I think it's demonstrate the bullying the game is famous for, right? And yeah, the Tokimeki Memorial stage, also this game's Moai stage. Now, I really want to see if I can get through this whole level without dying, or at least like the last checkpoint's like the hardest part of that. Because the difference between facing this stage's boss at full power and facing it at like pretty low power is pretty big. I can go bomb for bomb here, that's fine. Oh yeah, shit, I should have put a flashing lights warning, because the bombs are pretty flashy. Not super long, but they are a full screen flashing effect, I should have. Sorry. One thing that is funny about this game is that if I do die, you'll be able to immediately tell, like, how much the rank drops. Like, so many things, like the little kiss shots from these Moai just get so much slower. Or regular enemies will shoot way less bullets. Way fewer, excuse me. I'm at school, I should demonstrate proper grammar. This last tunnel of the stage is actually kind of a pain. You'll see why as we go through the gym here. It's these jumping, like, platforms here that are annoying. That's why I like to have bombs here, just to make sure I clear out all these bullets. That's what I was afraid of. Really wanted to grab that bomb, but I died for it. So, I can recover to an okay power level here, but it will make this boss harder. Also, those power-ups, like, under the, like, I don't know what these things are called. They're fucking traps, never go for them. Should be able to get at least one grade up, but I really wish I could have more. There is one, like, thing I can do to get a couple extra items, but it's risky. And I messed it up anyway by shooting one too many times. I'll just grab a bomb or miss a bomb. I guess that's fine too. Anyway, this boss still isn't super hard though. This song's a bop, right? Very nice track. And I like the vocal version being there. Also, the pig turning into just a little slab of meat is really fun. Anyway, here's Parodius' famous giant bunny girls. In school uniforms, for the occasion, of course. This one's funny, like, here, you can shoot at her and get a few points and she'll take a swing at you, but if you're far enough away, she won't be able to hit you. This is the actual boss, though. And the reason it's easier if I have more power is because it means I have the ways to, like, shoot straight down, which makes destroying these little, like, bubble bunnies way easier. As well as being able to shoot in enough angles that, like... And because, like, the thing is, I don't want to move forward too hard, because if she does the hair attack, I'll get hit by it. She does have one more attack that she usually only does right before she gets defeated. At least on this loop. I think on later loops she does it more. Unreactable air flip. Yeah, sometimes you just have to not be in the bad place. Ah, shit. I might change things. I'll change my pick a different loadout slightly. Different. He'll definitely need to get my spread right. I'll also get my missile. They have something that drops straight down, even if I won't be able to drop many of them because I'm at such a low grade. Shit. Shit! This might be a run I end up restarting. You still, like, dying multiple times on this stage won't end the run, necessarily, because you can get a lot of lives in this game. Spread away. I want to try and get a purple bell here. Shit. Did that, but then I got 2 items instead of 1, so I have the charge laser, which is actually alright when you're fully powered up, but at this level it's a little wimpy. Still, I can at least try and win this thing. Don't expect much, though. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna make this a quick reset, because I do want to try and get a 1 credit clear here, and I can definitely do... if I can, like I said, if I can survive the final gauntlet of Stage 2, then that boss becomes completely free. At least with this particular character and setup. Hey, it means anyone who came in late can see the first stage again. And here it's incredibly, it's the jam that would be incredibly illegal, but is apparently possibly actually licensed. We don't really know, but again, like I mentioned, there's Jazz Rack's logo there, so it probably is. See, it's hard to tell, because, like, there were Japanese games in the 90s that were absolutely just ripping off other songs, like, really hard. I say Japanese, but, like, Doom fucking did that too, let's not lie. It was not just Japan. Yeah, Doom Troop just yoinked in Alice in Chains song. Plagiarism is funny. It's not good, but it's sometimes really fun. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even see the bullet I ran into there.
Jikkyou! 張り切っていってみよう!
But yeah, like, plagiarism is really funny when, like, you realize they thought they'd get away with it and then you actually listen to it. Like, with some of those, like, stolen songs from Dragon Ball Z Budokai games. Oh my god, those are so fun. For this song here, you literally have a sample of someone saying, "That's the way I like it," near the beginning. Like, that's not even stealing. Like, you just know what you're doing there. That's not true. They weren't trying to hide it anyway. By the way, minor thing, a little like egg, that voice you hear calling up the power-up activate, that is actually different for like every character, or at least for like every pair of characters that are from the same. Let's jam. Yeah, I think it was like... I really like that in this level, a little like, thick menu drop his bomb, just dance when they hit the ground. Even if it makes them useless, because running forward would be way more helpful. And they do that on almost every other level. There's one other level where they dance. It's worth noting that some of the other bells are actually very useful, but if you get them, it overrides the ones I have stocked in the bomb slot, and I kind of like having those. So, there will be situations where you see other ones. Everyone's having a great time, exactly! monkeys are so silly. So an odd thing about Gradius in particular is that it can actually be very lucrative to like kind of stay ahead of the screen to some extent in order to kill the enemies before they fire too many bullets. Sometimes if you're proactive enough, you can get them before they shoot any at all. That Konami sign does hurt you, by the way, so careful of that. Oh, the thing about the score you get from yellow bells, by the way, if you don't miss bells and you keep playing yellow ones in a row, they start to be worth more points. They can be pretty lucrative for score, but like using the color ones to survive is also very helpful, so it's up to you. That sort of bell chaining is originally from Twinbee, and you like the bell system in general is, so. Konami, it's basically Konami like mixing two of their main shooter series into one since Parodius adds key mechanics from both Gradius and Twinbee. And you can just play as Twinbee and Winbee if you want. But yeah, a lot of the key to like tough parts in Gradius is figuring, especially like bosses, is just figuring out the place you can sit where like your weapons do all the work. Especially if you're playing like a ship with options, because the way you can move around to position them lets you do a lot of neat stuff. I'm just using a grade up character because I'm a lazy bastard. One more cycle. At least we'll get some more points from the extra notes. While singing, you actually can't damage it. There we go. Anyway, I'm gonna do the code again. Excuse me. XXBB. By the way, if you're wondering if this game has the Konami code, it does. You know what it does if you put it in on the pause menu? It kills you instantly. Which is pretty funny. There are some other codes that are actually useful. I'm avoiding those because I don't want to cheat. But if I want to, I can use them. Look at School Kid Hippo is funny. One thing I hate about the start of this stage is that frickin' post in the foreground, because it's in the foreground and that's annoying. Oh, that bell first. If I play actively enough, I can clear things out here a little more quickly and not have to bomb it, but... That's just an example of being proactive about enemy destruction is useful. And that obviously means you have to know where enemies are spawning. So it's the kind of stuff you'll pick up as you play the game more. There's an assumption that action games are all like reactions and reflexes. A lot of them, especially like older ones like this, are knowledge. You know the tricks, you know the traps. And it lets you get through the tough parts. I want to be real careful not to die in the last part this time. I have to not be so bell greedy. I'll just use my bombs here and be fine with that. I am going to the end part with more bombs, assuming I don't end up using them. Speaking of shooting guys, I gotta shoot this guy. Nice thing about this game is that the Moai stage, I guess because it's only the second level, is relatively chilled. They only shoot like a small amount of projectiles each, and the hitbox for shooting their mouth is actually very generous in this one. Some Moai stage expect you to be really precise and also spew so many shots. Gotta remember to stay out of the way of the jumping blocks. Bomb with impunity and with authority. You know what? Don't be greedy for bells. Just blow it all up. You can get more blue bells at the start of the next stage. The green bell is nice right now. Green bell just disables your ability to shoot, but makes you large and invincible for a while, and makes you just destroy stuff as you slam into things. So I could use that to just kind of make this last part free. Going into the boss, and now, while the boss will be at a higher rank, and like I think it means it might, in this case, it means like it shoots more projectiles. With this much power, I'm complete. I can just, there's a spot I can sit in where I'm almost completely safe. Because as you see, I have shots coming out of the bottom of me now, which means that I can basically almost always protect against the bunnies by just blasting. While also having shots that reach your face. See, that's the reward for keeping your power-ups. This boss is completely free now. The bunnies can sometimes, like, go a little behind you, and you have to watch that, but it usually doesn't end up being a problem. This is also the kind of thing that doesn't work on the second loop, because some of the destructible things start shooting revenge bullets when they die, but I don't have to worry about that right now. Still, I like to keep an eye on the bunnies just to make sure. Like that one sneaking up there. And this is her third attack, which means she's almost done. So, funny thing is, on the Saturn, this game has a slightly higher resolution than on the PS1. So, I wouldn't have been able to be safe from that attack where I was, because you're closer to her in that version. You have to go to the bottom left to be safe from it there. But I'm playing on Saturn, so my life's great. Bitch, I am flexing. All those Moais is Guile, right? Got the fucking... He does have the Guile hair. There's an enemy that's a little annoying at the start of this. It's a little Alice in Wonderland rabbit. There's a bunch of bells in this level because this level is based on Twinbee. You'll find bells hidden in the clouds. Bombs are worth using here because they can destroy those hot air balloons when you otherwise can't really. Also, you'll notice when you're giant, you can't actually pick up bells. You'll just hit them because you're entirely hitbox. A little sad that they can't destroy these with big mode. This part's annoying. I usually like to save a bomb for it, but I'm literally the best in the world, so it's fine. That pig lady in a dress is actually too close to the ground. Will just pop you with that thing. I'll just put on a shield for now. Secure some bombs. Anyway, I don't want to say this shield looks like a condom, but this shield kind of looks like a condom, doesn't it? I'm not really sure what they're going for. I've got a bomb again. 2 even. Is this based on a Katana song? I mean, like, I know that... I assume it's at least in the style of one, but... Melody is just, I believe one of Bach's minuets. Anyway, this stage sort of has 2 bosses. We'll see the first in a bit. This big ship. Villains from... The villain. Oh, the second half of the Twin Peaks. Okay, that makes sense. This is, I think, like the villain gang from... I'm not sure how many games they're in. I know they're in Yahoo. Got, like, evil Twin Bees and stuff. It's almost too slow on that bomb. So good at video games, and I'm fine. That, like, takes care of, basically every threat on this boss. Apart from the nose, but I'm able to take that out quickly with this shots, and then... If you don't destroy all their parts, this thing will fly away instead, but... I mean, they're pulling up eventually, but it doesn't, like, sink into the water. Anyway, that's not the actual boss of the level. The actual boss is... interesting. I mean, first off, on a high rank, it's pretty fast, so I do have to kind of lock in a bit. But also, it's... I think uncomfortable might be a good word. Meet, Boing Bee. They really made her moan every time you hit her, didn't they? I see, right. But yeah, that's one of the things about the rank being high. She charges like a lot slower when if the rank's low. She shakes her boings for longer, so you have more time to react to that. Here though, she's pretty quick. Should be almost there damage-wise. Yeah, there we go. How embarrassing. So, on to stage 4. This one, if I remember properly, is another Konami parody of another series that we don't really see much of these days, unfortunately. I mean, it's Konami, what do you expect? I mean, I guess they're trying to turn that around. And let's be real, Bomani's doing actually pretty well. There's some interesting business developments there, and there's the usual yearly 2DX version coming soon. Anyway, this is the Ganbare Goemon stage. With a really good song. I love the guitar in this one. Very traditional Japan, and stage, of course. Ninjas running around. All the good stuff. See that fairy down there? I'm not fucking getting that. Anyway, this part has some nasty surprises. Those guys all dropping roulettes is really funny when you don't have the option that makes roulettes look, different from other power-ups. For pounding Mochi, of course. Sorry, I'm locking in a little here. It's dangerous. Claustrophobic, man. This is the kind of game where I'm perfectly fine going bomb for bomb like that. Alright, I think, is this where the guys start ambushing out of the background, or... No, that's where we go outside again. The stage is always a little longer than I expected. It always has some part that I forget about. At least this one's funny. The fucking deer scare that's got penguins falling into it is funny. Also, the boss of this stage is a really stupid joke, and I appreciate it a lot. Now, as is tradition, we have a digging section. Every Gradius game has something like this, or maybe not all of them, but it's common. They're always a little annoying because, like, there can be like small chunks of terrain left that you barely see, and you can slam into them and die. Ooh, that was close. Stuff coming from behind, also nasty. Also, this part has a bunch of fairies hidden in it, so be observant for points. A good spread shot helps. What's next? Alright, this part with the swinging hair guys. And these ambushes from the background. They're pretty neat. As usual. Old being proactive and utilizing weapons well, key to victory. That last large enemy there was like a tiny version of like a boss from Gradius 3, I think. It's really funny. This section is really fucking dumb because those dice obscure bullets. Hit it? Absolutely terrible little bit of visual design there. But I'm through. Means we're about to hit the boss. This boss is, like I said, it's a very stupid joke. So in the Goemon games, there are segments where you get into a giant robot called Goemon Impact. And, like, the head of it looks like this, but as you can see, this is in one of those little folding makeup things, which is called a compact. This is Goemon Compact. It's very stupid. Every now and then it charges at you. Yeah, it chokes like shmups, right? Well, it's a dad shmup at this point, so it works. Alright, when you get him down to low enough health, switches to a Bisamaru and his attack becomes slightly different. More dangerous, because the way they bounce. But only has a pretty small number of hits left, so yep, we're good. Wow, this is a no-miss run so far. That's probably going to change, because I fucking hate this next level. Well, no, I don't hate it, but I suck at it. It is actually a tribute to a game I really like, though, so I'll be happy to show that off. I'll put this on and then consider if I'm getting any bells. Maybe I won't get bells and I'll try and stick with shields instead. Bells with powers in there, because it pick up the yellow one different. Or I could just not fucking see a bullet and die before I even get into the level, but I probably already hit the checkpoint at the start of the level, which is going to be annoying. Power, yep. This is going to be a struggle, guys. Though at least that lowered the rank a good deal. So anyway, this level is like... You can see it's like candy themed, but it's also like weird pre-rendered 3D. And the reason for that is because this is actually a tribute to another Konami shoot-'em-up called Zek. Yeah, that's spelled X-E-X-E-X. It's the second level in that game, which is made up of like kind of weird 3D orbs. It is not made out of candy, but... Kinda hoping to get a good bell there. Yeah, this is a tough checkpoint. I can make it out, I think. I just gotta... Oh, great. See, the thing is, if you die with no item on your little bar, then you don't get that like free speed up at the start, so it's even harder to recover. Maybe I'll stick with him on speed. Something. Of course, the blue items are useless here because everything's too tanky in it. They only destroy like single-hit enemies. Hope I at least hit a checkpoint. If I can limp between checkpoints to the end of this stage, I'll have it. Ah, fuck. This is what I want. This will get me through the next X section, at least. Making me large and scary. And able to take out these big things more easily. Ugh. Please let me have reached a checkpoint. I bomb everything on the first checkpoint. Okay, at least we made it to a checkpoint. Same thing here. Get large and get flexing. I think I was... didn't... Alright. At least I have a little bit of a chance now. Got the backup power up. Situation's gonna be a little tough. It's a bit of a shame. This stage is easy in ZXX, but I think a lot of that is just because it's the second stage here, and not and not the fifth. But also, you have some tools in that game that you definitely don't in this. So. That game's sort of Konami's attempt at an R-Type, because you have like an invincible like pod thing you can, and that connects to your ship, and you can shoot it out. But it's pretty different from it. The game's actually, I honestly love ZXX. It's got like super cool like level themes and visuals. Oh, thank God. All right. Bye. Right, this boss is honestly weirdly hard to hail because its weak point is just very small. And I would love to just get that get a green bell here. But I dropped the bell, so. This boss is really annoying at high rank because of how much faster it would do attacks like this. And yeah, obviously this is a parody of, like, some of the, like, cores in Gradius, where you have to shoot like, down the middle. This one, like, I can't tell, like, how much I'm damaging it. It barely ever makes the noise like I'm damaging it, but every now and then I make progress. There, one of the three guys is gone. Theoretically, I could probably time it out, but I've never timed something out in this game before. I feel like the time limits are kind of long. Probably because, again, it was never an arcade game, so I don't need to move things along quite as much. I do like this remix of the Gradius 2 boss theme. It's a bit silly, but also kind of high energy and has a bit of extra to it with this synth line here. And of course, plenty of orchestra hits. It is a Konami game, after all. Charge again. Okay, hey, just about good. It does have one final trick. I have luckily not died to that before. I would be very sad if I had. Alright, we're out of there. This next stage is an interesting one, if I remember properly. Because this game's high-speed stage, but it's also a parody of something else. So that'll be fun to see in action. Kinda just wanna go big to start. Didn't want the laser here, but I accidentally hit that roulette, so I had to get something. This place is tough. And if you're wondering, this is a parody of Konami's light gun shooter Lethal Enforcers. So in addition to zooming through this place and finding a safe path and avoiding hazards, you also just have to avoid getting fucking shot. Oh, this is a neat path that has a bunch of score items on it. I've never taken it before. Also, I love that they have to reload and get a voice clip for it. One thing noticeable about, like, stages about this stage is that it definitely scrolls slower at lower rank, so if you die it gets way easier because of that. So blue targets that I hate so much to touch because they're indestructible, they just move up and down like that. Okay, almost out. This part's tough at higher rank, though. But this is kind of mid, so it shouldn't be too bad. Alright. Time for the boss, and first time for a knowledge check. Go up here. If you don't know that, you will just die to that. Old shmups, gotta love them. Time for the cat train. Recovering on this boss can be a pain, but if I can just not die on it, I should be good. Also, this is a big multi-phase affair, so... Powered up to this point, you can get a lot of destroyed cannonballs here. Here, like, you actually can time this out pretty reasonably because, like, you have to be able to hit behind you with targets, and because of the way this place moves, bombs go flying behind you. So a lot of ships that otherwise can't hit behind them can like destroy the cat's goggles. All right, time for the last phase of the boss fight, and this one's kind of dangerous. Another one where you don't want to take too many risks, even though the game will give you reason to. Also, the music here is really funny. Fucking hardcore rave version of Flay the Bumblebee. It actually goes kind of crazy, not gonna lie. And the temptation is obviously to get more power up, because so many more of like the red penguins spawn in the front, but obviously kind of dangerous. Same with worrying about bells. You just take out the boss. It shouldn't be much trouble. Now for our next space flight, things are going to be a little different. If you know Gradius, you'll know this song. What it means, that's right, it's time for a boss rush! First we get this Zub Rush here, and then we get a boss rush with an interesting theme to it. Which, by the way, this section is more or less completely different on the Super Famicom version. I assume that says, like, boss attack or boss rush or something. Anyway, this entire section is themed after a puzzle game Konami made that I don't know a lot about. I won't try to pretend I have knowledge. Puzzle Tyson something or other. Someone who knows better might be able to get an idea. Anyway, you know how Gradius games have Big Core and it does this? This is Meat Dog Core. That's what I'm calling it because I don't know its actual name. This basically just does Big Core stuff. It's one of the harder variants, so it goes behind you sometimes. Not much I can personally do about that. I do want to try and save up some bombs, because the third boss in this section is pretty tough. Or at least dangerous. But this one's not too bad. Right? Boss isn't dead yet, it's just a phase change. You get to see this thing act out a lot. Shoot it in the face. Puzzle Tyson is the Tokimeki version? Yeah, I know that much. But I don't know what, like, the regular version is. Like, I assume, like, probably similar. Maybe less featured or something, or... I don't know. Right? Let me just take a drink. But I assume like that lose like word is from the puzzle game this is based on. Out of here. We do get a little gift here. So you can grab an extra bell, even two if you feel like juggling, but I didn't. This thing I sometimes use a bomb on. Mostly because one of its attacks is particularly annoying. Is this one specifically. The way these bounce can get very inconvenient. Especially if it's like, they like hang around a lot like that, and so that the homing one's there. Like, that was a big risk that I shouldn't have taken, but I'm lucky I made it out. Good progress. I love this guy's face. Faces, rather. Some of the expressions he makes are so good. Hopefully we're close to it. That I shouldn't have risked. Well, that means I should have at least 2 bomb bells for the third and last boss of this rush. It's not a super long rush. I like this little tune. It's charming. Right. This boss is actually kind of a challenge because of the way it moves. Takes up a lot of space. Make some kind of quick movements too. Luckily there's a safe spot for that up there, but... Phase 2. Alright, you have to be careful here, because... if you shoot his, puzzle orb things, they split into a way bigger spread, and you don't want that. You can just, like, not shoot, and it'll be fine. Honestly, the second phase is easier, because it doesn't get up as much in your face and only throws one fan. There we go. Anyway, that's the end of the boss rush, and time for one of my favorite songs in this game, for this flying section. Let's go. This is a remix of a song from Gradius 3 called Try to Star. We're entering the last level, but that's no guarantee I'm gonna win, because this one's pretty tough. Like you can already see, like, there's a lot of stuff here. All directions. This song's another Gradius 3 remix, but given a bit of traditional Japanese flair. This part's annoying. I hate trying to manage the pinwheel spawns. Alright. This part I have to remember not to fly ahead on this part. For the stuff like that. Calm and dodge the bullets, and then go through the passage. Also, you're kind of forced to get a roulette here, so... Here's this game's gun wall. Really wish I had my other shot. It actually makes it way easier to deal with all these. Well, I've got a good amount of lives in stock. Yeah, it puts you before the land shifting part. This is tricky to power up in without dying. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Get large. What I want to do with this is ruin this thing's life. There we go. Remember, never do a gun wall legit if you can help it. Safe spot it, do some shit like that. Anything but having to actually, like, shoot and dodge it. Anyway, more Gradius 3 tributes. Well, I think these fans are based off a hazard that's also in Gradius too, where like chunks of the floor start flying off. Next part though is this is super Gradius 3, super evil. So basically, in this part, when you destroy one of those, it leaves their wreckage in the spot they are, and that blocks your path and can kill you if you touch it. Now, in this game, the wreckage can be destroyed. In Gradius 3, a game that fucking hates you, it can't. Can't be so aggressive in grabbing stuff in here. Be careful. There's only really, like, a handful of hazards left, please. There's this. This, and then and then something special, and then the final boss, really. Anyway, really what I want here isn't power-ups. That's secondary. I want a green bell. So I can just say, no. Almost had it. Kinda low on lives here, not super happy with that. Music, did you forget? No, it is with CD-ROMs. Alright. No longer my problem. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Activate early enough that I do kind of want to make sure I'm out of it by the end. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Hopefully, the next song will play, because it'll be soon. Huh. Anyway, despite our weird mutedness, this is the final hazard of the game. Now, I think I'm in the safe spot for it, but it's tight. Okay. I also need to back off some, because there will be some enemies that spawn when she backs up. Also, that's the wrong sound effect. She should be playing a different sound effect. I don't know what happened. Hopefully the game will at least, like, work long enough for me to beat it. Like any Gradius game, there's a door that closes way too early. That room still work, or it didn't open or something. Feel like trying to play a song now, or anyway, here's a key difference between this and Gradius. The final boss is gonna do something. Yeah, it fucked up and just played the start sound effect again. The final boss to this face. Okay, so you do get a few iframes from the bomb. Please die. Let the curse of this run can end. There's actually a safe spot on this one, but it's kind of treacherous to get into because of its tentacles. Alright, and despite the issues I ran into there, that's a 1cc. Okay, the music's back. So I don't know what that said, but I do know that explosions are funny. I mean, the game will obviously roll credits here. I really enjoy this game. It's not a super hard clear, which I've mentioned before. This one was originally for Super Famicom and then ported to or kind of updated really for Saturn and PS1, so it's like, it's console first, so they generally make it a little more chill than the ones made for arcades. The game doesn't let you skip this, which is a little odd because there is reason to, but also like, it's worth it to take a breath here. Also, you can see like there's definitely still some people in here under pseudonyms rather than their real name. They're kind of transitioning out of that era of like not letting people use their real name, so I think like some people will still kind of attach to some of the pseudonyms they came up with. But there's plenty of real names too. Also, I love, again, I really like the little stick figure guy of Soitsu just chilling on his paper airplane, standing proud. You did it. Or a farming stick man, exactly. Yes, Doitsu, we see the lack of a fit. Very glad I pulled off that 1cc, and it's only really like, but I've still got like, stream's obviously only been going for a little under an hour and a half. I've actually still got a good amount of things to show off for this game. And me? So you get what you get. So, we love shooting games. Honestly, you can only make a game like this if you do. I joked about this before, but Gradius and Parodius too fucking loves Gradius so much. So what happens now? Now that we've beaten the game? Well, that's easy. Now we play the game. Come on, you didn't think a Gradius-related game wasn't gonna loop, did you? So things are gonna change a little. For example, you're already seeing some of these enemies shoot revenge bullets and they die. Oops, I forgot to get the grate up. Shit. I'll have to go around the horn again. I'll grab one of these things. Luckily, there's a lot of power-ups in this level. I don't want that bad. Dudes will see something like this and be like, no thank you, I don't like bullet hells. Charging the bomb. I'll do it here. The second loop doesn't get like too sick of super fast, but definitely willing to shoot at you. I wonder how much of this credit will end up playing out. But I do want to show off some other aspects of the game and pick some other characters and stuff, but also can't let a good credit go to waste, really. At least see if I can hit my old high score. The one thing that the loop does is that, like, I've talked about, like, the rank in this game, the dynamic difficulty, a few times. I believe it shifts up, like, the range of it, like basically the minimum and the maximum are now higher than it was in the first loop. And I believe that's also determined by, like, what difficulty you pick. As you can see at the top, as I'm at level 4, and then the 0-1 means I've beaten the game once so far. 2. As you can see, this is already harder because the little musical notes sometimes shoot out revenge bullets. So, waiting up there is no longer safe. Dodge it the old-fashioned way, and this fight will take a little longer. Not that much longer, though. Oh! I forgot that bosses have revenge bullets, too! Does that get you to the checkpoint after the boss, or no? Sure doesn't. I deserve that. Simply an issue of skill. That's just the kind of shit I gotta remember here. Something odd about this boss, they just kind of shoot the body of the disco ball to make it go down, but the Super Famicom version, you actually had to, like, shoot the chain up top to make it drop. That makes more sense, but I guess they figure, like, maybe it was a little too annoying a shot to make on the first level, since you have to get close to the ceiling and not hit it. I assume less of these will shoot revenge bullets now. There still will be some. That was an unnecessary risk, but worked out. Let's flex over here a bit more. Only a few revenge bullets from the boss this time, but again, I still gotta watch them. By the way, if I want to get the vocal theme for this stage, I would have to do the code again. I think we can hang with the instrumental this time. It's still perfectly nice. This part we'll probably see a lot more bullets come out in general. Oops. Nailed it. But yeah, as you can see, the intensity's turned up big time on a loop. Stuff coming from behind is much more likely to shoot you. Which is pretty funny in a game where numerous characters have shields that attach to the front of your ship. Bullying. You know that in some Gradius and Parodius games, the blue items also clear bullets, but you are not that lucky in this game. Yeah, there's really no checkpoint until you start the Moa area. I don't trust like that. Alright, finally. Once again, welcome to the bathroom. Things are obviously much more dangerous now. The scary place? But I am fully powered. I do like the Konami pet pieces. It is very satisfying to blow up Moa in these games, just because you have to kind of nail that shot in there. It is, like I mentioned, it's not too hard in there. The hitbox for vulnerability is pretty generous, and they don't shoot a ton of projectiles compared to some other games, but still feels good, especially since they have a nice, like, bassy sound when you blow them up. Alright, into the gym. Toughest part of the stage once again. This boss, unlike Unlike the first time, this boss is going to be a pain in the ass even if I am fully powered up. Mostly because even if I am, like... Even if I am fully powered, like, the destructible things will most likely shoot revenge bullets. Just like these do. They'll have to move since they're aimed at me. I don't remember how far my second loop run got. Did I? I know I at least got to stage 3, but I'm trying to remember if I got to 4 or not. I know I didn't get past 4. Again, the silly music's out. I do love this track they used for this one. Yeah, the fight. I'm not quite sure what song it is. A revenge bullet for one of these so far. I'm seeing him here though. Yeah, the rabbits don't do them because they just because they don't explode in the normal way. That's at least a little kinder. Generally, this boss is very doable if you can cover below you very well, like I can with this power level. Alrighty. See if we can keep this pace up, or maybe not. Again, I wouldn't be so opposed to losing, because then I could show you other stuff that's in this game. But I also don't want a good run to go to waste, and fun to see how the loop changes things, even if it's mostly just, fuck you, more shooting. Stocked up here, that's useful. Shit happens on this stage. Stay high up. And Pig is down there. It is funny how these games sometimes have just like a unique enemy in these levels, like something that just shows up once to annoy the crap out of you. Oh god. Worth noting, if you shoot bells too many times, they do eventually just break. Yeah, nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Still got pretty good. Still doing pretty well on lives. But this thing I remember being a huge pain at, at higher rank on Loop 2. Definitely using right as much of it as possible. Deal with the should be everything. Next boss is gonna be a pain. That thing is gonna shake its boobs so fast. Oh, and it's missile. The missiles are probably gonna have. Yep. Arcs too. Now you might be able to seal revenge bullets and make them not appear if you're close enough to whatever you destroy, but I don't want to be the one researching that, you feel me? Seems like it might be true, because not getting any bullets from the hearts when they're right in front of me. Alright. Handle that well. Stage 4 is going to be tough. See if I can at least, Oh god, if I get past stage 4, this run dies in stage 5 almost guaranteed. So bad at that level. Incredible boss design, right? Definitely seeing the shots fly now. We have 3 bombs in stock. Pay attention, I should be able to keep myself alive in out of bad situations, but it's easy to get rocked by something you didn't see in this game, so. Why is his jumping so low? Expected that to be at a higher. Knew I'd have trouble with it. Not just poor timing. Yeah, see the issue with that? Not being able to clear out above and below is a problem in this level. Might be the end of times here. Alright. That's the kind of thing you want to use less for. Bombs are back on the table. So it's rather make it more clear I'm not talking about the big bombs. Stabilize. That's good. Fully powered again. Not excited about this next part. Not sure if there was a stray bullet or if I just didn't fully destroy something. I don't know the time to get under there. Shit, maybe I should try it. You can't actually fly under the doohickey, but now it's basically over. You have to go over that rock and deal with those fish that are shooting at you, so it'll be dangerous. Anyway, last life, so. I don't expect this to go well at all. Got an extra life. Could possibly save this, but don't count on it. Christ, man. I just sat there in the wrong spot like an idiot. This is probably N then. Yep. Did break my high score though. So I'm happy with that.
Bye bye, mata ne. Menu da yo. Jikkyou.
So, as I mentioned, there's these two omake options on the main menu. These are extras that I believe were added to this version.
Menu da yo.
Options for these. Oh wow, I have to set my controls for them again. Play. Obviously not as many options, but... Now what I believe is that this is like a score attack sort of thing in this individual stage. Anyway, let's try some different characters out. Pick up, let's take Old Reliable. Pilot the Big Viper out here. Why are there so many items? I'm gonna start that again and see if I can actually fucking pilot this a little bit. Save my options. Yes, it did. Again, let's try Victor Viperino. Space out my shots a bit more. But yes, this is a unique stage to score attack on. Caravan kind of thing, though. That was pretty funny. This is gonna be even funnier. But yeah, as you can see, the stage is built with a lot of scoring stuff going on. I think I still am one to like speed up short. That's more like it. And the force feels nice at least. Take an intentional hit strategy with the force field. Oops. I took a few too many there. Oh my god. Oh shit. Hitting bell? Yeah, I like that this is a completely unique stage for this. Silly stuff like this. Chocolate. Let's chew through here. Double might have actually been better here. If I could shoot upwards more. In hindsight's 2020. Yeah, this is a pretty exciting level. That was new. Using bombs there, though, very helpful. Extra speed up, I died anyway. Know what's about to happen, but welcome. Alrighty. That's a very cool stage, I think. You can imagine score attacking it could get really intense if you want to do. Some bonuses too, I'm sure.
名前を登録してね。本日のベスト10。
His fucking face with that one.
Jikkyou!
Turn number 2.
張り切っていってみよう。メニューだよ。
Take a quick jump there and then sure, I'll have to set up my controls for this.
誰にしよう
Let me
かな
try this time. Let's pick Baby. Upa here is actually very easy to use because they're a great up character like Soitsu, and their wide shot is actually similar to Soitsu's spread, but they have homing bombs instead of ones that drop down, and they're really good. The reason I went with Soitsu over Upa is because I didn't want to play as a baby, I wanted to play as a stickman on a paper airplane, which I think is a very good reason to pick a character over another. I'm sure you understand. Yeah, so I've heard this thing is odd.
ピオワングランプリ
Now, the thing about this is that, as far as I know, it starts scrolling faster if you have more speed ups, so... Ultimately, the goal of this is to get through as fast as possible, but games get harder to control the faster you make your character, so... But the racing minigame kinda kicks ass. Ah, shit. Well, I believe it is a racing minigame, in that your speed does in fact matter. I'm pretty sure the game does actually keep track of your time, so it is a full-on racing stage. Shit. Song's riffing out a T-Square song, because of course it is, really. Why wouldn't it be doing that? Ah, jeez. Also, I'm dog shit at this, good lord. Game over on it before finishing. Alright, I want to give this a few shots till I can at least beat it. Even if I... 66%, huh?
名前を登録してね 本日の
That might be retry direct. I want to go back to character select. Oh well, I can try an Upa run and then... If it goes badly again, I can try other characters. I don't want laser for killing somebody big thing. And I'm not going to get a great time here. I'm going to stick to a kind of lower speed. I mean, it's the standard speed I've been using too. It's just that, you know, obviously this encourages to get you to go faster. Die. Big Like, green bells definitely help you get back on your feet in this one. Could have got a green bell. Hey, who said you can do lasers like that? At Konami, those are Taitos. Also interesting here to have, like, boss-ish encounters that you can actually, like, destroy quickly. Give you speed. Alright, I made it through. I'm sure, like, mastering that is also fucking insane. Better, whether you're going for better times or scores. Alright, so with the main game and the 2 Omake modes tried, is that it? Not quite. See, there's one more feature in this game that's actually completely exclusive to the Saturn version, I think. I'm not totally sure because I don't know what the PSP version has, because there was a Gradius collection that, on the PSP that had this, and it said it was based on the PS1 and Saturn version, but they're not quite the same. And it's this option here, Extra. So when I looked at a guide, what it said Extra did was add more variety to the game. And I'm like, shit, what the fuck does that mean? But on PS1, that option is replaced with Accident. Accident makes it so that sometimes between levels you get these special, like, mini stages that are unique, but they're also just kind of obviously like, look, we can do 3D on this thing. Check out these 3D objects you have to shoot and dodge. They're okay, but they kind of make the game longer too. This game's not short for a shoot 'em up, so. I also turn on the slot machine because it's fun. They'll keep revival off. And to save this. So what is Extra then? We'll have to see after you pick a character. I'm gonna pick Sue here. Sue is a very special character because she has what looks like the same set of like abilities as the Vic Viper, but they're in the wrong order. She has Option right after Speed Up, which means you can get options hella fast, but it takes forever to get your missiles. I'm gonna try her out. Reminds me of how in Gradius Gaiden you can actually completely change the order of your power-up bar, which led to some completely busted shit thanks to some of the stuff they put in that game. Anyway, as you can see, this says Extra. And you're like, hey wait, isn't that enemy wave longer? As it turns out, what Extra is a complete rearrangement of the game. All new enemy formations and things here, like all these roulettes here. More enemies here. It's generally harder as far as I can tell, but also, it's funny how getting large when you have options also makes those large. You couldn't see that with Sosu because there's not options. Yeah, there weren't monkeys this early in the stage before, so. Really, this game including like a complete like rearranged sort of thing is pretty impressive. And the PS1 version not having it honestly feels like a downside. I don't think the accident stages make up for it. I want to at least try and get through the first stage early, even though it's harder. I probably shouldn't bother resetting since I know I'm going to die to stuff here. I do like how you can immediately tell if you're in extra mode or not by the presence of the giant fucking extra Moai missile that crashes into the ground in the background. I think there's not a ton of, like, graphical changes like that. It might even just be that, but... that is funny as hell, I'm not gonna lie. Really? You gotta be careful when focusing on the roulette, because... you know, things are still happening in the video game when that thing's going. You should have extra modes that should like things about thinking about Kirby games. No, this really is like what Kirby games tend to have, especially like the original like Kirby's Dream Land, where it was literally just called extra mode and did a ton of rage, man. Even have unique enemies and stuff. Dreamland extra mode is some wild stuff. That is funny as hell. This is mean. Oops. Oh yeah, this is what the red bell does. It gives you 3 of these. They're not super useful, but... they're not nothing either. Really? That time I just backed up to while you beelighting me. Yeah, it does that. Just show the hell up. As you can see, getting options with the things with Sue here is super fast. This thing, she's like a person. Getting missiles, less so. The danger of not having bombs. There being so many roulettes here. Imagine how crazy this is to learn if you don't have visible roulettes on. The bosses do actually gain some different patterns, I believe. I forget what this one does differently. With different patterns, I mostly mean like sometimes they do their attacks in a different order or something. Aren't really inventing new stuff whole cloth. I didn't realize these lasers would just be like constant. At least if you were close enough to an enemy, because of how long they are. That means I can do this safe spot with 2 here. As long as I place my options right. Like here. Oh, but then because it's missing, there's holes in it. That wasn't even the boss being harder, that was just me fucking up. Alright, let's do this right. I want to at least get out of level 1 in extra mode, right? I hope everything hits that the laser there. Oh, it drops more pendulums there, so that's a little different. Some of us are dead chatting. Happens. Just putting in the code for this level's music change. Wonder if the opening of this stage is going to change a ton like it did for the previous level. Laser's good here, these guys are all tanky. I'm going to switch to double a little further in the stage. So I would be able to shoot a different angle. Yeah, let's try that. Actually, I should have gotten the missile. It's okay, literally never punished for my mistakes. Okay. Didn't win anything from the slot, but I didn't get a ode out of it either, so call that a win. Even if it's a bit of a let's go gambling, oh damn it. Oh damn it there. Damn it. That was just a mistake. This Tokimeki, yep. Being able to get options really fast with Sue is like a huge boon. Even if you have to commit to get missiles because of it, which is pretty fun. Also, that is a mean place to put one of those hitballs. Oh, fairy there. Welcome to the bathroom. Here. Yeah, I actually don't want a bell power here because I have my force field and I'll delete it because those two things are incompatible. Hang a song alert, right? I love this the Tokimeki Memorial theme. Or at least this rendition of it. I'm not sure I've heard the original. I'm not sure how different it is. Oh right, there's fucking more of these bouncing things here on extra mode. Yeah, if you just got here, extra mode is basically a completely rearranged. It just rearranges like enemy placements, changes up boss patterns some. Very neat that the game has this, and it's actually exclusive to the Saturn version. I think this is honestly a better inclusion than what the PS1 version got, which was the accident stages. I do think it's really funny that they're called accidents, though. Okay, this is going to be about the same song we saw. Same fight we saw, but we gotta do our attacks a little in different ways. We're gonna prioritize different ones, I believe. So she starts with the that and with that instead of starting with the bubbles like she usually. She does still do bubbles, but she prioritizes the hair flip. So it kind of reverses the fight dynamic, really. Because in the regular fight she mostly does bubbles. Only sometimes does flip. Make boss fights like this anymore? Yeah. Parodius' famous giant bunny girls. They have names, but I forget what they are. It always sounds so sad when you beat her. That or like she's pouting about it. As another Parodius says, yeah, I think they've been playable before. So yeah, they're already throwing in these falling stars that usually show up a little later in the section. More importantly, they're mostly using the indestructible ones. Oh, there's items under there? I didn't know you could fly under that bridge. That's pretty funny. I mean, I was able to fly through just because I'm large and invincible, but... I wonder if you could fly through even if you're not. God, there's so many roulettes, that's amazing. Having more of these rapids is annoying. Shit, I lost my fourth one. Then I lost my bombs because they really up the walls instead. No, fuck this thing. This thing takes some punishment, huh? I wonder if double or... Okay, laser's definitely a better choice. Shoots out those pods on the way down. There we go. That's the power of options. Just put them where you need them to be. I'm not sure how much this boss changes. Oh, there's still a cannon that survived. Still when I was going on my big rampage. Oh yeah, that's how this fight changes. They just sit the fucking roulette coins in there. Which is really fun. try something that might actually be a safe spot. I don't trust the missiles that go up off the screen, honestly. I'll just fly up and down. Oh yeah, also the hearts do a full circle there. That's different. Okay, so this at least does pretty good damage. I want to switch to double as a... Depends, like, once I go to the indoors areas, I'll definitely want double. I don't want laser for a while. That makes the decision for me there. As far as I can tell, you can't stop the roulettes on a blank space. Alright, I'm already seeing some payoff from double. Very scary to get, but I figured I'd get it this time. But funnily enough, if it looks like taking a hit on your force field in this game actually gives you some iframes, which it does not usually do in Gradius. Usually you can just get fucking chewed through. They do not care. Even after a death, there's still this many enemies shooting this much. Extra mode is definitely a step up. This one's gonna be a tricky one. Oh yeah, there's more jumping through trees here. That's the thing I forgot. Here I need double. He says accidentally getting a lead. Option. Oops. Actually, the laser works well here for clearing out. You ever time something at the worst possible time you possibly could? Point where you say possible twice about it. Too many speed ups. They're scary now. That's about the only good use you can get out of the oh my god. Getting rid of speed ups if you feel like you have too many. Not being able to get missiles quickly is actually a big struggle with this. with this character. It's a real trade-off. Sometimes you really just need to dig everything out. Getting the fairies out of here is satisfying. Punch them. Spread around your shots, you can have a bunch. Missed out on getting power-ups going through there, but honestly, I was kind of worried I couldn't destroy the dice, because I remember getting last time I got to here on extra, the dice seemed like they took so much punishment I just died because I couldn't break the low power I had. With lasers, at least, you can get enough power to blast through them. Not sure how much this changes. Lasers definitely let me hit this thing a lot. It charges more times, but like, that could also just be a rank thing. No, I know it charges less times on low rank, so the flames last long. Or maybe I'll see it in phase 2. There we go. What was after this game? Oh yeah, that fucking level. Well, maybe it'll be easier with this setup with the amount of power I have behind these lasers. Be able to destroy some of the bigger things that give me and put on more force fields. Next is Zex but candy. That's a common trick in games like this. Purposely getting rid of your the last hit of your current force field so you can replace it with a fresh one. Being able to actually take out that big spinning thing is huge, oh. As much as I love Soitsu, raw power is largely the weakness there. I'll just keep the roulette going until I lose my force field and see if I can get it back. So many of these guys just drop roulettes now and extra, that's really funny. That's even funnier. The roulettes will help me get back up powered quickly if I'm... That's more like it. Alright, well that's a good start. Yeah, but it's the big fruit things. They all just have the floating grapes that just get roulettes out of them. Shit. Okay. As long as I don't get owed by the slot machine, I'll have a chance. Cutting it close in here again. Well, this version of the stage does let you power up way faster. Timed that really badly. Probably could have done way more damage to this. At least being able to line up options would help. You're flying, dickhead. Oh, it does this in a different order, just realized. Usually it would do this attack first and the faster spin second. Oh, no, it would be doing the charge by now too. Oh, maybe it does just an extra attack, I don't know. Maybe it's random if I really want to be scary. Okay, that's mean to go between those attacks that fast. Hopefully this isn't changed. I had a feeling it would do that, though. Just do it more. How'd I guess, huh? After this... Right, Lethal Enforcement. Ooh, how does that change? Well, those are just big as hell now. That was pretty funny. Okay, this is already... God, the red targets just take so much longer to become vulnerable. It's so mean. Oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? For those lethal weapons, right? Also, yeah, you can see how... Actually, I wonder how much of this particular pattern is nasty because of extra mode and how much is just because I've survived for a while and gotten to high level. Either way, I don't like it. I hope they don't, like, make this come in on the ceiling or something. Okay, they can't do that. I wish I had laser. But that stage is not, like, a good place for, like, managing power-ups. Yeah, Lethal Enforcer. Hitting this boss with this character is a bit of a pain. I probably shouldn't worry about it too much. This is gonna be way more chill. I'm putting enemies with these in here is mean. for me, though. I got laser now. I think that actually might help a lot. I just couldn't fucking... Those cannonballs just don't stand out to my eyes enough because it's dark. Almost fucked that up in a real dumb way. Paying attention, I see the cannonballs now. Oh, hitting that thing? That'll help. Alright, so now for the actual part of the boss. Hopefully beating the boss will give me enough points to get an extra life and extend this credit a little longer. Toggle's gone, so... Well, this can still be useful. What type of controller am I using? Official Saturn controller. On my official Saturn. Shit. Beat up. Guess I got this. Still not enough points for an extra life. A little worrying, especially with my accidentals. But the D-pad's pretty solid. Well, I say solid, it actually does feel like it's rocking a bit more than I might want, but works perfectly responsive. Feels largely fine. Now, we see what has this. Dog gameplay, dog graphics. Dog story. No, it looks like a dog. It looks like a doghouse. Looks like a dog, but I can't be sure since there's no doghouse around. Maybe I got that backwards. Alright, extra life there. That extra power does help a little. I would have slammed into that banner and got... Should be able to put out a lot more damage with this than I did with the other character I was using. Oh, jeez, yeah. Oh, it spawns an enemy, too. That's new to extra mode. I'm a little afraid to see the last level in extra mode. Done, man? Yes, actually. Ooh. Like how he ends it with the FGC head nod. Yeah, I got hit by that one. Handling 3-speed pretty well, actually, even though I got it by accident. Opens with this, that's different. Honestly, maybe that's better because me doesn't trying to fly the fuck into me like that. It doesn't throw them from as close the first time around. Take a good amount of hits. Ah, well, there you go. I gotta comment on how much damage things will take, then they'll die. Alrighty, and then let's try to star. Oh, Jesus Christ, what? Don't fucking do that, man. That was a jump scare. I should try to get double too. There's gonna be a lot of stuff in the ceilings here. Shit, I forgot this place does that. Always forget that somehow. Don't have anything with me to let me cheese gun wall here, but feeling nice and powerful, at least. Shit. Oh no. Don't scare me like that. That's what we want. What do I want for the next section, I think? Well, a force field, probably. The laser will help me. Dealing with some of the tanky stuff. Also, if a bell spawns, that'd be great. Oh god, why? I don't have to care! At least they let you just... I mentioned it before, but... At least they let you, like destroy the wreckages of those in the game. Because they did not do that in Gradius 3. Get a force field in. The safe step on even still works on extra. Like, I'm not sure how this thing could go further to the right, so I can't imagine. Also, maybe I'll just get hit because I have my force field anyway. It's pretty similar. I'll actually do like one more walk back forward though. Just... Oh? Leaving? Alright. By the way, didn't show up on either of the runs I've gotten here with so far, but sometimes she just comes in upside down. I think I haven't seen it, but I think I've even heard that sometimes she could just be like facing the background instead. Anyway, I doubt the final boss will be that much harder, but also, hey, the music's actually working at the end here now. For some reason, when I got my 1cc on regular mode here, the music just stopped. Anyway, for those who didn't see it before, unlike your average Gradius final boss, this boss does things. Well, it does a thing, attacks. Yeah, it shoots those at you. Now those are based at what the on what the Gradius 3 final boss shoots at you. But the Gradius 3 final boss only shoots once, and also the orbs don't kill you, they send you to a like secret stage. Which, I mean, it's kind of cool to see the extra stuff, but also that's not what you want at the end of a run of Gradius fucking 3. You want that thing to be dead and gone at the end of that game. Oh wow. I fumbled through, but that was a 1cc of extra mode. Honestly, Sue seems very strong with the kind of flipped power-up layout. He'll just crank out options like that is really good for recovery. So same kind of ending. So since I'll have to sit through the credits again, so I've been on like a Gradius series kick today, and this is the first time I decided to try some Parodius. Because, like, obviously I picked up the Origins collection recently, and it was very good. And, like, playing these games just kind of, like, it gives some perspective, and, like, especially learning that, yes, I can clear these. And, like, again, this isn't one of the harder ones, but I've gotten a 1 credit clear of both Gradius 1 and Gradius 2's arcade versions. That's not nothing. Salamander 2 as well. Salamander 3 as well. That one's a little easier, but still fun. And, like, it's just really funny, because, like, if you've been on, like, social media, there's people discoursing about, like, how hard Hollow Knight Silksong is. I think a lot of that is because people aren't really used to thinking about challenges like you do in these old games. Where it's like, you don't just, like, dodge every kind of reaction. You gotta figure out what the enemies and bosses do. You gotta know what stuff's there, and you gotta plan, you know? Learn some tricks. Gain some knowledge. Be somewhere else first. Exactly. These games will teach you that a lot, because a lot of times if enemies are already, like, pumping out bullets, that's already... you've made a mistake. And even despite what they're known for, that does go for, like, bullet hell shoot-em-ups as well. A lot of those, like, you can really reduce what's being shot at you by just knowing how to kill things fast. Like, people drop UFO 50 games because they weren't getting their way immediately. Ooh, that's another good example. There's definitely a bunch of things in there that require you to, especially like some of the more action-y games in there, definitely require you to, like, they take a step back and think. And I think a lot of it is just that, like, frankly, like, a lot of games aren't... I say a lot of games aren't made that way. Some are, like... Maybe it's the whole... I wonder if it's related to the whole, like, obnoxious get-good culture surrounding Souls games. Because Souls games are all about, like, dumb fucking tricks and idiotic ways to beat shit. That's what they're full of. They're, like, so old school in that regard. But instead of just sharing cool tricks, now it's people complaining about cheats. Like, bro, the game's barely multiplayer. Stuff that you're complaining about cheesing is literally, like, PvE content. You should be glad people have better, easier ways to beat stuff, you know? Let's see what extra looks like on the second loop. I do love, again, how, like, you can definitely tell if you're on extra. See, that's what happens if you try too hard to get bells. Also, when you forget there's, like, a bunch of those, like, big enemies. Huh, surprised I didn't hit the first checkpoint there. I'll take it. Slot machine didn't ruin my life. I think we consider that a win. Haliballs. Hey, what are those monkeys doing there? There we go. Alright, we're back in business. That is... Getting powered up like this, that is the way I like it. I think, like, some people just, like... And it's something you kind of pick up as a kid, or, like, just not used to, like, stepping back, and I think it's partially the emotional element, too, is, like, just stepping back and being like, okay, wait, am I doing something... Is there something else I could be doing about this? It's rare that there isn't. Not impossible, but rare. They say work smarter, not harder, after all. Oh, the roulette. Punk kicks ass, right? Like, it's obvious what it's based on, but, like, it's a good arrange, you know? Let's see what nightmares this boss will give me now. I don't expect it to be too bad, but I do know I have to watch out for revenge balls now. Yeah, I can't just stand here and destroy Nos without getting shot at now. Can't do a safe spot either. Sometimes you do have to just lock in and dodge stuff. Oh, it's safe. Can't seem to get an angle on me. Alright. Moving and grooving. Boss explodes and me. Right? Big puntos. This might be a double place. Oh yeah, I didn't do the code. Oh well. Second loop, we can leave an instrumental. Here goes my scoring streak. I guess having a force field really is just that nice. Because I wasn't really using it before, because shield with Jikkyou is not that helpful in comparison. They to riff on Tokimeki Memorial? Sure is! I believe the moai here have the hairstyles of the various dateable girls in that game. Or anything in the men's bathroom. What makes you think it's the men's room, besides the urinals? I asked and got answered. Oh. Maybe this school just says urinals in the girls' bathroom too, because it's woke. Tokimeki Memorial. Always like, ooh, we can't localize these games. How will we get them to sell to American audience? Just make Tokimeki Memorial. Be all over it. Do this part without fucking dying. Alright. Tokimeki Memorial will be like Shiori Fujisabe. I kinda would've liked to have the lasers. They ever given an actual reason why they never bother localizing them? Shit, would you need one? You know how Americans talk about dating sims as a concept. More specifically, I think it's a mixture of, like, them not being expected to do great and also being, like, really big localization projects, because they have a lot of text and voice acting in them, usually. Kinda wish I had my lasers here. But at least I have options. Okay, that's bad. But yeah, more or less, they'd be high-effort localization projects for a market largely thought to not exist. Granted, I think it could be made to exist, and perhaps he's even, like, on the way to it with some other kinds of projects I've seen, but still. It's a long shot, if you ask me. You ever just fuck up? Mode Loop 2 is scary. I don't know. Launched this game of Gradius Syndrome. Recoveries are quite chill, actually. Very doable, and good way to get used to it and get your feet wet before doing some of the games that are harsher about it. And part of it is because of shit like this. Can't hear you. Gradius Syndrome? I can't hear you over my fucking largeness. Oh, jeez. Anyway, the thing about the recoveries in Gradius is that, like, they are legitimately fun. Like, the whole, like, fighting from behind thing is actually entertaining, despite what people would make you think. That's something. Yeah, speed is kind of the only thing that gets on my nerves. Like the fact that if you don't have like at least one power up in the tank, you're just kind of in the worst situation possible. But other than that, I think for the system, Gradius is thought out. Like I think it also I kind of realized that when I beat Gradius 1 in particular. Because ultimately the recoveries get harder in the arcade games as you go through them. 2, you need to like go out of your way to practice them. Gradius 1, you kind of don't until you're trying to do later loops. Minimum speed is kind of fucking terrible, though. Yeah, focus on focus stuff is fun, but... wonder how harsh it'll be. Particular power level. I don't really have a way. Oh, I did destroy the last card. I was gonna say I didn't have a way to get it. Managed to get it somehow. Salamander. Yeah, Salamander 2's a bit kind about that as well. Where Salamander 2 also doesn't have checkpoint recoveries at all. So it's a bit of a different kind of game. Oh yeah, I have a bomb now. Definitely make use of that. The thing about the checkpoint recoveries, though, is that, like... especially in, like, some of the easier games like this one, or even the first Gradius, it tends to not be too hard to, like, get your first speed up. Also, making sure you have, like, something on your bar so that you get a free speed up when you respawn. Very important. As much as I think Gradius 2, it was a little harsh on learning checkpoint recoveries, and 3 is, of course, a fucking nightmare. Apart from the one you literally have to learn because the, U-Brush is BS. Pattern board have an option to turn off checkpoints? Yes, it does. You can turn on Revival. Also, probably doesn't have checkpoints in 2-player for obvious reasons. But oh, these missiles are so tanky. Man, what if I just nail the second loop run on and because I doubt it, but it would be funny. I mean, what's gonna happen is either I'm gonna eat shit here in this stage or the next one. Stuff tends to go wrong in this stage, and then the next one is just fucking mean. That said, I'm curious if you do, like, die in revival mode. I'm actually curious if it gives you, like, any sort of helpful service, because, like, if you're in a boss fight and you don't get any power-ups after dying, then sucks to be you, I guess. One more item would be nice. That's bad. Oh, shit, there's a tree there. Didn't look at the officer jumped right out in front of me. Yep. Those games do let you do that. Actually, that is probably how they handle that. Situation is about as bad as it can get. Using the green here is funny because it's basically just eating crackers. This is gonna be a bit scary. Oh, fuck. Last life. Hey Reed, thanks for the raid. On my last life on a run that's on Loop 2 of Extra Mode, which is exciting to some extent. Expect this to end shortly, but... Got my missiles back. These things take enough of punishment, that's actually a problem, and I'm screwed there. GG. Anyway, thanks for the raid, but sorry to tell you, I'm more or less done for the night. I'll show off a good amount of the game in both regular and extra mode, and the 2 Omake stages, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, this is a really solid game, and isn't really super hard once you get an idea of how to learn and play it, so... You know, it kind of bugs me that they mix extra and normal mode scores like that. They are different. Ever heard of Gradius Universe? I have! That fan game that does seem pretty neat. I'll probably give it a try at some point. Actually, you know what? I do want to do one more thing. Show off some funnies. Like Pentaro, the penguin with a gun. As I mentioned, this game has a number of cheats. I used the one to get the vocal version of the Tokimeki Memorial theme, but there's plenty of other ones. For example, let's say I want some more lives, so... Up, down, left. A, C, up, down. Here we go, got 9 lives now. Well, that went badly. If I want all my weapons, and so I press up, up, down, down, left, right, B, C, and I instantly die! Yep, the Konami code kills you in this game. But if you do happen to want a full loadout, oh, IYBB BXZ. There you go. Oh, this is an interesting weapon. But yeah, if you're having trouble, we can always just do like our gaming legend Billy Mitchell. That's right, we're gonna cheat. Hentaro's weapon set seems fun. I'll have to try it next time. There's actually an invincibility cheat. It's long as shit. Also, there's some unlockable stuff. Oh, the toughest unlockable in the game is 2 secret characters. That requires you to collect all 70 fairies. Then
Jikkyou! Oshaberi Parodius!
Once you have all those fairies, another set of 70 will appear in the game, and you have to collect all of those too. So what if you don't want to do that? What if you don't want to go through all that shit? Well, at the main menu, hop in, and you go left, right. L, Z, X, R, right. And what you'll unlock is our 2 secret characters, Dracula and Kid D. 2 different takes on the infamous Kid Dracula. Well, you know, just as a bit, we'll show them all. But first, I'll turn off extra mode. It's getting a little stressful. Actually, let's do something funny. Turn off extra mode. Turn off the slot. Let's max out the difficulty, see what that's like. Let's try Dracula. See how max difficulty looks. And yep, he's got his own theme too. I don't know the Kid Dracula games enough to know what this is a remix of. But someone might though. Wow, that seems really good, actually. I don't know what it looks like with Great Up. He's unsurprisingly not an option character. These homing missiles seem kind of fucked up, not gonna lie. Because that's why he's a secret character, huh? Also, I believe this character isn't in the Super Famicom version at all. It makes sense because this other set of 70 fairies also not in there. Oh my god, he turns into a bat when you're force field. Read it out, it seems. I kind of want to try the Vulcan gun just to see what it is before we go. But yeah, you can see how many bullets we're getting now that are on max difficulty. The Vulcan seems pretty strong, but also that seems like a more damaging but less versatile option. Also, I might be fucked. Just kidding, I'm literally the best in the world. I wasn't worried ever. That said, I'm probably not going to play out a full credit with this guy. I kind of just want to see what he's like. And see what, again, level 7 difficulty is like. I should have gotten that. Okay, and yeah, we have Revenge Bulls going even on the first loop on this difficulty. So these... Oh, the way he covers his face out with his cape. Anyway, though, I think that's a good showing of the game. I really like this game. I think it's like one of the more approachable takes on Gradius. It's funny, got good music, and a lot of different characters. So you can play it a lot of different ways if you want. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed. Next week, probably more Brandish 2 on Wednesday. I don't know, on Friday. Start a new playthrough of something. Showing up.